Have you heard the term, forgive like Joseph? Referring to how Joseph's brothers conspired to kill him, but instead threw him in a pit and then sold him into slavery. And then years later, his brothers didn't recognize him. Joseph could have immediately had them killed, but he didn't. And after Joseph's father passed away, his brothers were worried that he was going to kill them then. But in Genesis 50 verse 20, he mentioned, am I in place of God? And said that what you meant for harm or for evil, God meant for good and to save many lives. So he saved their lives. But forgiven like Joseph, Joseph forgave them, but they still had a price to pay. When they first had an encounter with Joseph, Joseph imprisoned all of them for 3 days. He allowed, and let me clarify, he allowed his 10 older brothers to go free because Benjamin was not there. So he imprisoned his 10 older brothers, those who had conspired to kill him, imprisoned for 3 days. He let 9 of them go, and Simeon stayed in prison for an extended time. So even though he forgave them, did not kill them, they all suffered a price. And while they're in prison, they had time to think. And they even said, it's because of the things that we did to Joseph. In Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11, it speaks about when justice is not hastily rendered, that people continue in evil. At least with his brothers, they had a reality check. We're like, man, maybe it's because of what we did to Joseph, why this is happening to us. And for some people, they never make the connection that the things that they did, kind of like in, of course, Obadiah 1:15, is coming back upon their own head. And they're wondering what is going on. And they fail to make the connection. So even being forgiven doesn't mean you will be without consequence. Joseph forgave his brothers, but they still got a little taste of what he went through. God bless you, and Jesus Christ is Lord.